Welcome to the full overview of Black Desert's newest class, Drakania, the destroyer of Unix and the Guardian's mortal enemy. There are two legendary dragons in the Black Desert world who have always been at conflict, Labreska and Mark Thanan. Their descendants are fated to battle from birth. Guardian is the daughter of Labreska, and thanks to her black blood flowing in her veins, she can wield the holy flame of Unix, which was created by the gods to burn the evil lord of corruption, Zaka, but was then devoured by Labreska, also known as Omur, by the Bathithram clan. Drakania, the Lightning's Blaze, is the daughter of Mark Thanan the Exile. Drakania was born after a period when several dragons fought against Labreska, who sought after the hearts of her own kind. Drakania's destiny is to extinguish the Unix, the god-killing holy flame, and to return the paradise of dragons to the Golden Mountain, as taught to her by Mark Thanan. Drakania wields the Slayer, a greatsword inspired by the Zweihander, and her offhand is the Shard, a star-to-star dagger that is part of the Slayer locked inside the blade. She's a plate armored fighter with heavy hitting strikes and additional utility abilities for her allies. She doesn't have any evasion modifiers on her skills, and due to the nature of her abilities, she scales the best with HP, and she's meant to be a DR fighter. Drakania's signature ability is the Iron Lightning, which she can charge up, stockpile, and then consume. This can drain resources from her enemies, heal herself, pull monsters, remove slow debuffs from herself and her allies, and greatly enhance the power of her attacks to deal devastating blows. The Dragon Shard represents how many ions have you stockpiled. These skills will stockpile your ions at different rates, and these skills will consume it. 3 ion will always get consumed, and the attack then deals max ion damage and has enhanced effect. Brimbolt Strike, Eviscerate, and Mark Thanan's Flourish can all be fully charged to gain max ion effect and extra slow removal from your allies, and won't consume any ion upon use. Drakania's main passive is Mark Thanan's Rattle, giving her in total 12 AP and plus 10% critical damage. Her succession passive, Prime Cinders, gives her additional 140 HP and plus 5% accuracy rate. Her first succession passive, Bloodthirst, is the before mentioned stockpiling and consuming ions from and into your shard, basically allowing you to store your ions for later attacks. Her class passive is the Mark Thanan's Heart. When you are below 50% HP and stockpile ion using these skills, which means holding down the charge, you will heal up to 60 or 80% of your max HP. Her second succession passive is the Dragon's Constitution. When you are stockpiling or charging ions, same as with the first passive that recovers HP, you will nullify slows from your allies around you. You will also always nullify slows from yourself when using any succession skills and insta-casting. Refraction is your standard iframe with 2 seconds cooldown used with A or D plus right mouse button. Most skills used after it will have faster or no startup animation. Dragon Walk is a standard super armor dash that can be used sideways or to the back with a 3-second cooldown, activated by using shift and directional keys. Dragon's Advance is a super armor dash forward, which is activated by forward and F. Holding F then activates Eviscerate. Flow, Mark Thanan's Wings, is a super armor dash that can be activated with a spacebar after all previously mentioned dashes, and also by pressing space while jumping forward. Flow, Mark Thanan's Claw, is a super armor leap that can be activated by pressing left mouse button early during Flow, Mark Thanan's Wings, or Dragon's Advance. Brimbolt Race is a forward guard knockdown with a large area of attack. It also stockpiles 3 ions into your shard and is activated by forward and RMB. Azure Onslaught is a super armor knockdown where you leap forward and attack in a nearby area, similar to Musa's Fairy Crevice but with a much bigger leap that is a little bit harder to control. This also recovers your WP and is activated by forward and E. Last is Eviscerate, a small area of attack, forward stab, that is a forward guard knockback. It is activated by pressing Shift F or holding F after Dragon's Advance or Mark-Thanan's Wings. Hold Shift F to stockpile ions and heal up to 60% of max HP, remove slows from yourself and your allies, and perform max ion attack without consuming any ion from your shard. Keep in mind that most skills activate faster when used after each other or after mobility skills. Abyssal Fang is your offhand attack, only usable after other skills with E. It's an unprotected stiffness that stockpiles 2 ion into your shard. Embers is an unprotected 20 AP buff that down smashes and stockpiles 1 ion into your shard. It's activated by pressing F. Omnislash is an unprotected evasion debuff that knocks down on second hit. Activates by pressing and holding S and LMB. Skewer is an unprotected accuracy buff that knockbacks and flows into Breath Split that floats. Both activate by pressing and holding RMB. Holding RMB further activates flow into Brimbold Strike. Mark-Thanan's Breath is a ranged summon attack that debuffs by -20 DP and is used with S and E. And Dragon Maul is a flow down smash that's activated by S and F. Brimbold Strike and its flow Brimbold Wave is Drakania's primary damage ability with super armor. It's used by Shift and RB or RB after Skewer's float. The flow is activated by immediately pressing LMB. Hold Shift RB to stockpile ions, heal up to 60% and remove slows from your allies and then attack at max ion without consuming any ion from your shard. Blazing Strike is a strong forward guard damage skill with slightly longer range and 50 HP recovery per hit. It is activated by holding S and RB. It cannot be charged up, but you can use 3 ions from your shard to perform max ion attack. It is also a 200% rage skills where you fly up and swoop on your enemies from above, dealing devastating blows. Mark-Thanan's Flourish is another super armor damage skill similar to Warrior's Gravedigger that activates by pressing Shift and LMB. Hold LMB to stockpile ions, heal up to 60% of your HP and remove slows from your allies and then attack as max ion without consuming any ion from your shard. It flows well into Mark-Thanan's Dominion. It is also a 100% rage skill that has super armor, range float and huge damage. Mark-Thanan's Dominion is a 360 super armor damage skill. The skill has 2 damage parts, first hitting the inner ring and then the outer ring with a different damage. It can be used faster after Mark-Thanan's Flourish, and it can also be used to cancel Mark-Thanan's Scale and activates by Shift and E. Mark-Thanan's Scale is a self-protected area of 50% damage reduction for 5 seconds that refreshes during the casting. It will stockpile up to 12 ions into your shard, drain resources from your enemies, remove slows from your allies, and heal up to 80% of your max HP. It can be cancelled by E or S or by using Mark-Thanan's Dominion. Her E-buff, Dragon's Fury, gives her plus 30 AP, plus 15% accuracy rate, and plus 15% attack speed. It also stockpiles all ions upon using the skill, and during the entire duration of the buff, no ion will be used to instacast skills at max ion. Her Q block is forward guard and gives her plus 20 DP. All of Drakania's combos mostly look the same, and if you have excess ion or E-buff, you can skip to the damage part. Combos generally start with cell buffs and ion stockpiling skills, then go into the damage skills that use up ion. This is almost always Brimbold Strike, into Brimbold Wave, into Blazing Strike. You can extend all combos by Mark-Thanan's Flourish into Mark-Thanan's Dominion, which is Shift LMB into Shift E. This is the full PvE combo that I have made that is not too clunky for key presses. Before you start, you should use Eviscerate to get into position and get good add-ons on. It starts with minus DP, plus AP and plus accuracy buffs, and got a 6 iron for main damage skills. Then we got us 3 iron again for Addons Flourish. This is my first combo going off a knockback into knockdown CC with AP, accuracy and 6 iron pre-buff into an easy float re-CC. The second combo goes off an Azure Onslaught's knockdown into same pre-buff as before, then doing forward RMB knockdown, then skewer RMB, but leaving out the flow of skewer to go faster, and you have to press shift RMB instead of holding RMB, or just hold RMB like in previous combo to do the flow simpler. Here is a first very simple fully protected combo that's a knockdown into knockdown. Another protected really simple combo, you may end up getting a catch with Azure's Onslaught but want to stay safe to install the iframe, then turn around and knock down again, and gather Ion for the damage. Here are my PvE add-ons. Most of the pre-buff add-ons only have tier 1 level, so it is necessary that you pre-buff yourself with Eviscerate before you start doing your combo. Here is a set of my PvP add-ons. As you can see, Brimborn Strike, the main damage skill, has the highest add-ons on level 3, and the another skill with highest add-ons is the Self-PA Marthanan scale. Thank you so much for watching my first proper OE guide. If you are here on March 31st on the day of the upload, I will be streaming live and doing a giveaway for 3 Eternal Winter editions that include the new winter outfit. I'll be going live at twitch.tv/RikeyTV. See you there.